Hello. I'm back again. With another word. I do have a word, and one of the things that you need to understand and recognize is that we are in a warfare, and warfare has even more. The more shift. The warfare has even the more shift, and one of the things that it's been for me personally, it's been very difficult. It's almost like the enemy is trying to play chess with me. And what he's trying to do, he's trying to put so many things in my way to not only to distract me, but to get my mind off of God. And his purpose is he don't want me to speak. That's what's happening right now. The enemy's so mad at me, and the enemy's using anything it can to not have me speak. And so that's why I'm coming on in various times, because there's so many things and so many ways he's trying to block me. The enemy, the influence, the spirit, and one of the things that I wanted to caution you on, and wherein the enemy, the adversary, Beelzebub, whatever you want to call him, is coming on strong. And just like I mentioned the other day, where I mentioned it, but I mentioned about image and looks, how the enemy comes as an angel light. But the things that you need to know about Lucifer, Satan, Apollyon, he was sound in wisdom, and perfect in beauty. Hear that? Sound and wisdom, sound and wisdom, makes sense. Someone said, and perfect in beauty. So you got two things, sound wisdom and perfect in beauty. And so the thing about it, the enemy is very intelligent and very wise and very beautiful. So in other words, when the enemy is going to come at you in a form of wisdom, going to come at you in a form of intelligence, or the enemy is going to come at you in a form of being perfect. I mean, just complete. It could be even with beauty. I mean, as now the kind of women that's the enemy will send at you, brother preacher, are those that are called fine. I mean, he ain't gonna just send you anybody. He's gonna send you what's fine, what's beautiful. And the purpose of that beauty, the purpose just like the wisdom, the purpose of the beauty, even with the money, it is to charm you. It is to get you to focus on it. And so what it's trying to do, the enemy, he's trying to break down your senses. That's all. He's trying to break down your senses. And the more gifted you are, and the more anointed you are, and as God elevates you, the more these hellhounds are going to come at you with all kind of stuff. And it's interesting because these hellhounds, they're going to come very crafty in so many ways. And one of the ways that the enemy is going to come, I just want to let you know, and I want y'all to be ready. I want you to be prepared. Flattery. He or she's going to come at you at flattery, and is going to try to gas you up and try to push and pump your head. Try to build your emotions up. And the purpose of this tactic, and the purpose of this ploy is to get you to show what's in your house. And see, the enemy, just like with Delilah and with Samson, see, she was after where his strength lied. She was after where his power, the source of his power. That's what she was after. See, she didn't care about him, even though he got all kind of muscles and looked good and all that and strong and all that. But she was addicted to the power. But she was just on assignment. She was loyal at all. She was loyal, but she was loyal to herself. She was loyal to her people, not Samson. And so, be wise. And just like I mentioned this morning, God said, you know what I'm saying? Don't let your eye deceive you. The same thing. Hear what I'm saying? You got to have your eyes open. And see, the enemy is going to come, the spirit of charm. See, the spirit of charm and the motives of charm, because there's charisma, the gift, charm, when you have favor, grace. Well, when you have the favor of God upon you, then what happens? You become the favorite. You become addicted. You become attractive. Wherever you go, you will be the favorite, and so you will find favor in man's eyes as well as God. And so that's grace and that's favor. See, but the enemy, he's an imitator. Just like he comes as the angel of light, but also he tries to use that same thing, that same word, and use it charm. He used charm. And charm also, it causes things to come to you. And so, and this is what the enemy does. He uses beauty. He uses intelligence. He uses whatever he can to draw you. To draw you. In this sense, he uses your weak spots. Flattery. And see what the enemy does. And see, one of the reasons why he's coming on strong, because so many of you are lonely and feel alone. And so that's the exact place that you love God and you're holding on, but you're alone. You feel alone. And so it's so natural that in all of us want some type of companionship. All of us want somebody to hang out with and spend time with and be able to converse with. And so he's pulling on that. He's pulling on that. And some of you, listen to me, you waiting on God, you still want to be married. You still want that man. You're that husband. You still want that wife. See, but you're trying to wholly follow the Lord, and you're trying to keep yourself. And see, but the enemy, he's trying to come and trying to find your weak spot and trying to find that moment where you're weak. That moment where you have a situation from a dream or something like that. And so that's why he's casing you. He's stalking you. He's trying to find that weak spot. He got wire taps on your house. He got wire taps on your phone line. And see, there's a certain verbiage. There's a certain conversation code that he sends out. And see, he has his own imps. And see, his imps talk the same way. Talk the same kind of language. And see, but what you have to do, the Bible said, resist that devil. And see, because when you begin to stand up and call it out, it's going to retreat. See, because what happened, that they see the name Jesus upon you. They see authority. They say victory. And so what happens, they see that you see them. See, because spirits recognize Jesus. And see, just like spirits recognize Jesus, that same Jesus in us. And the demons, they recognize you. And when those demons recognize you, and if you're not aware that they recognize you, they try to creep. They try to camouflage in your life. They try to come in your life some kind of way just to get in. Just to get in your house. Just to find where your strength lies. But you know what? Don't tell them. Don't tell them. Resist that devil. Shut the door. Shut the door. Shut that door on that demon. Shut it. And wholly follow God. Because all of it is distractions. That's all it is. Just trying to get your mind and your focus off of God. Just trying to get your eyes off of him. Your eyes off of the hills. See, you need to look and you need to watch and you need to focus and even put your spiritual binoculars on. And so when you're in trouble, whatever you're going through, you need to look to the hills that cometh your help, because your help will come from God. Hear what I'm saying? And so you need to start looking up. And instead of looking down, stop talking down and walking down. Lift yourself up. And if you're down, get up. If you're weak, the Bible says, put on strength. Hear what I'm saying? And you need to understand, if you fail, so what you fail. And you might be on your back, your head might be spinning. Somebody might have hit you with a low blow and knock all the air out. And you're trying to catch your air. You're trying to catch your breath. And see, but what you need to do, you need to think on him. If you don't have no air, if you don't have no thought, you can't talk, just think on his goodness. If you think on his goodness, he will become that wind. When you can't breathe, when you feel lifeless. And he said in the word in the book of Ezekiel, he said, I'll blow pneuma into you, and you shall revive. Hear what I'm saying?